I started as a single mum, 24 grand worth of debt, and I needed to get good at using other people's money to do property. I rocked up to my investor and I said, I've got this amazing property deal. Here's the figures. Here's what I want to do with it. Here's my vision. Would you like a 10% return on your money? I then make sure that they get first charge on the property. This is what mortgages have. So it's very, very safe, and it means if I don't repay them, they can repossess the property. They've got a charge over it. Welcome to Property Investing with Abi. On today's episode, we're talking where you can find your first private investor. So let's rewind 7 years ago. I started as a single mum, 24 grand worth of debt, and I needed to get good at using other people's money to do property. So it's where you find individuals that have got cash in the bank and they want to use that cash. They can put it in stocks and shares, but some people see that as risky, and unlike property, stocks and shares, you can lose everything overnight. So what I do with my investors is I give them a really good return, 8 to 10% a year on their money loaned to me. I then make sure that they get first charge on the property. This is what mortgages have. So it's very, very safe, and it means if I don't repay them, they can repossess the property. They've got a charge over it. First thing people always say to me is, all right, Abi, but how on earth do you find these people when you don't have experience? One of the best things to do is get educated. Investors like to see that you're investing in yourself, you're educated, and you know what you're doing, and you've got coaches and people supporting you. So for my first investment, obviously I didn't have the experience, but my coach at Touchstone did. So I was able to say to my investor, I'm on CPD accredited training courses. I've got a coach that successfully built multi-million pounds worth of property who's supporting me through the project. Secondly, it's how you pitch yourself to the investor. I rocked up to my investor and I said, I've got this amazing property deal. Here's the figures. Here's what I want to do with it. Here's my vision. Would you like a 10% return on your money? Touchstone, they do a course all about this, and they show you how to put together a professional investor pack, which is what the investor needs to whether they're going to invest with you or not. One of my very first investors was my dentist, which people find funny. I showed him some of the rent-to-rent deals that I'd done, and he said, well, I've got a pot of money because obviously I'm running the dental practice and it's made cash, but I haven't got any time to use it. And there's loads of networking events out there. You just have to Google and you can, find loads. Eventbrite is a great place to find them. Another of my investors came from the school gates. So I've got a little girl who's 8 and a little boy who's 11, and when I pick them up from school or drop them off from school, I talk to all the mums. One day we were at the school gates, and one of the mums, unfortunately, she'd had a death in her family and she'd inherited quite a lot of money. Now this frightened her. To the normal person, having a lot of money in the bank is quite scary if you're not used to it. So I started to talk to her. I said, well, are you interested in doing property? I can, help you and, give you some tips of how to property invest. She was like, no, that's, I like my job. I've got a lot on with the kids. I don't want to, but I'm quite happy for it to give me a return every year. Boom, another investor. So you just have to tell everybody what you're doing. So I just want to summarize. If you're wanting to be a property investor and money's stopping you, then it doesn't need to. You can raise money from other people. We call it private finance, raising joint venture finance. Number one, get educated. Super, super important. Touchstone do this amazing. They've got a course on this. Get educated so you can do this properly. Get out, meet as many people as possible, tell them what you're doing, and have your investor pack ready to go. That way, you won't have any problem in raising the money that you need to build a property portfolio. Thank you for watching today's episode of Property Investing with Abi. And I hope you realise the reason why people become wealthy is they leverage. And this is your chance to leverage other people's money to build your property portfolio. Now, Touchstone do a 2-day CPD accredited award-winning training seminar. It's called Wealth Through Property. You can come and spend 2 days with me and the other trainers, and we'll teach you all of this and all the property strategies to help you build wealth. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, let me know what you think. Let me know if you've managed to raise money from other people, or let me know what types of things are stopping you. I'll see you next week.